सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् ॐ Naishkarmya Siddhi, Chapter 4, page 153, verse number 11. Yairadrakshit puratmanam yamanatmeti vikshate दृष्टेर्द्रष्टारमात्मानं तै प्रसिद्धैर्प्रमित्सति. We are seeing very, very important portion. To claim my real nature, I have to understand two types of Atmas, that what normally we are understanding in the Vedanta. Two Atmas, one is pseudo Atma, another is real eternal Atma. Pseudo Atma is known as empirical Atma, Chidabhasa. Empirical Atma, as I am using for my Vyavahara, with Ahankara, I the Pramata. Really speaking, I am the knower of entire universe. When I am saying, that is not a real Atma. But a person consider that Atma as real. And confirm also, even Shastra tells, that is pseudo Atma, empirical Atma, Vyavaharika Atma, for transactional purpose used Atma. For transactional purpose used Atma, that is not you. You are doing Vyavahara, very much you are doing. There is transactability with that. Every day, days together, weeks together, years together, decades together, you are using that. That anitya, empirical Atma is none other than Ahankara, the Pramata, which is pseudo I. You are not that, even though you are using it. Even though you are using it very well, transactability, utility, tangibility, very much available in that. We don't say it is not there. We don't say, Shastra won't say that it is not there. Shastra gives importance to that. That is very useful. Empirical Atma, which you are using as I am the knower of this, that and all, as husband, as wife, as children, as everything, whatever you do Vyavahara, you are using, actually that is not you. This whole drama is happening because of another eternal Nitya Atma, that is Sakshi Chaitanyam. That is your real nature, actually. You are seeing the mirror, a reflected face, you are making use of it. Reflected face is possible because of mirror. medium you are using, reflected face you are using, but you never say, I am reflected face. You never say. You are very well aware of that. I am not the reflected face. I have transactability with that. Reflected face has got utility. Reflected face is useful for me. Still, I never claim that I am reflected face. When you have this knowledge very clear, Shastra says, apply the same to you also. The original Atma you are reflecting in the mind mirror-like mind medium. Chidabhasa is your reflected chit. That is why it is called Chidabhasa. Aham Kara. Aham Kara means Aham Karomi iti. It always says, I am the doer, I am doing this, I am doing that. That is why it is called Ahankara. The self-awareness, I am listening to Naishkarmya Siddhi. I am sitting in that front of a laptop or tablet, whatever you are using, phone or desktop, whatever you are using, you are sitting in front of that, you have got self-awareness. That self-awareness is possible only to the mixture, Ahankara and Aham. Empirical Atma and eternal Atma mixture. Why we call it as Atma? Empirical Ahankara, Pramata, why you call it as Atma? You write on the check, myself, you write. What is that? Chit or Chidabhasa? That if I say, you will understand very well. In the check to the bank, when you write a check, myself, that myself, that bank officer sees, cashier sees that, he never take you are Sat, Chit, Ananda. He or she, the cashier, takes you as the lower I, Ahankara only. Even though she doesn't know or he doesn't know, they never talk about Nirgunam Brahman, that empirical utilitarian philosophy, it is called utilitarian, useful. So, myself, you are using, myself is called what? Non. I am Atma, empirical Atma, temporary Atma, Anitya Atma, pseudo Atma I am using to claim that self-awareness is also possible only because of mixture. This self-awareness, non-irricane, I am there, my who, this self-awareness is possible only to the mixture. The self-awareness, non-irricane angra or self-awareness, I am. That self-awareness is not possible neither to Chidabhasa nor to Chit. See the tragedy here. The pseudo I is very much useful to manifest this Chit. Neither the pure Chit can say have self-awareness. To say I am Brahman, I am Sakshi, I am pure Sat, I am pure Chit, I am pure Ananda. Why can't Chit can say that? Chit cannot claim that. Pure Chit cannot claim, cannot say, cannot utter, cannot have expression. It is its nature. It doesn't have any medium for expression. Arupam, Ashabdam, Asparsham. It is free from all attributes, therefore, pure Chit is unable to, incapable of claiming or incapable of having self-awareness. Pure Chit. Pure Chidabhasa. Pure Chidabhasa doesn't exist without Chit. Chidabhasa or Ahankara or Pramata can never claim I am, I am. Pure Pramata doesn't exist. Pure Ahankara doesn't exist without Chit. Pure Chidabhasa doesn't exist without Chit. Therefore, the Chidabhasa, after forming the Chidabhasa in the Antakaranam, Pramata status, having given the Pramata status to the mind or to Buddhi, then that Buddhi becomes Pramata, the knower. In that knower mixture, the self-awareness takes place. All of us having self-awareness. After self-awareness only you start working, functioning, this, that and all, discriminating all objects, attributes, colors, sounds. Wonderful job this mixture is doing after self-awareness. The self-awareness is possible in the mixture. In the self-awareness that one is pseudo, another is real. One is empirical, non-eternal. That Ahankara, Chidabhasa is non-eternal, whom we call it a Jiva. That I am not. If you understand this, you are a Muktaha. You are liberated. If you have understood this and confirm, yes, there is no doubt in this. If you are very, very firm in this knowledge, you are Muktaha. I am giving the certificate. There is no doubt in that. If you have understood this clearly, without any hesitation, without any eye batting, maybe, might be, won't come. How can I be empirical Anatma? How can I be empirical Chidabhasa? How can be pseudo Atma I am? I am the real Atma, who is lending for the existence of that pseudo Atma. What is difficult in this? What difficulty is there? No difficulty. If I am sincere enough, I am having focusing mind on the subject, I am listening continuously, I am connecting all my previous lessons, what I heard. Now I am understanding clear. Over. Job is over. Then whatever you listen afterwards, it is a bonus. Everything is a bonus. You can listen. You can enjoy. This is called self-awareness. That is mantra where we have started Mundaka. Dva Suparna Sayuja Sakhaya Mixer Ritam Pibantau Sukratasya Loke Katha Mundaka. All there we have started. This is a culmination. You have to recollect all those mantras, lower I, higher I, Lakshyartha, Vachyartha, all of them Attipidi for all of you. Attipidi enna Karatala Malakavat, like a that amla in your hand, so clear in your hand, it is very much available. Very difficult not to understand. That Guru and that Sishya both are there. It's very difficult not to understand. I hope you are all understanding. I am very, very, very happy. Therefore what? Nitya Atma. Shastra says you are Nitya Atma. Claim that you are. Yes, I am Nitya Atma. Shastra need not come and say you are Nitya Atma. Shastra has come only to say that you are limitless consciousness. Shastra need not come and reveal that you are Brahman. Shastra yo nitvat. Suppose anybody asks, Shastra need not reveal, na? Shastra yonitva, that sutra, Brahma Sutra will become redundant, meaningless. Na? Shastra never say I am revealing Atma. Shastra says I am removing, not revealing. I am removing what is obstructing you to understand, to claim that you are Atma. That cover I am removing. Your limitless I am showing you and removing your all viparita bhavana, vikshepa, etc., etc. Yatra hi sarvam atmaiva bhut tatra kena kam pashyet kena kam vijaniyat. No? Like that, many mantras, wonderful, beautiful mantras, they are there. In pure Atma, there is no swasamvedyata or parasamvedyata. In pure Atma, there is no swasamvedyata, means it cannot know by itself. It cannot know by itself. Need not know. It cannot know means it need not know because it remains as Atma. Similarly, parasamvedyata also not there. It is not knowing anything by itself. It cannot know. It cannot know anything. Pure Atma cannot know. I am pure Chit. Similarly, Chidabhasa also, pure Chidabhasa cannot swasamvedyata or parasamvedyata. Without mixture, nothing can happen. So in Samadhi also, the self-awareness is not possible because in Samadhi, vritti nirodha, there is no vritti. Vritti is not there means Chidabhasa is not active there, you are in passive condition. Self-awareness is not available there. If self-awareness is not there, who will claim that I am Brahman? Therefore, Nirvikalpaka Samadhi of Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga, we never accept. We accept that Samadhi where I enjoy the vritti, Aham Brahmasmi vritti. That is called, with what even pramanam he want to, why this person is interested in seeing Atma. That is mentioned in this sloka. Okay, why person want to see Atma? Because which previously he was seeing Anatma, body, mind, complex as himself, pseudo-Atma. What he understood pseudo-Atma? With the sense organs. I have understood pseudo-Atma with eyes, ears, nose, etc., etc. Similarly, same way Atma Swarupam also you want to know through the sense organs. Previously, what sense organs he was using to know the Anatma, that same sense organs he want to know, use now also for Atma. That is the problem. Premissati. Drishter drashtaram. So he is interested in seeing. Drishtehe drashtaram tam atmanam. That Atma which is the drashta, seer, number one, of seer number two. Drishtehe drashtaram. Beautiful word this is. Brihadaranyaka Upanishad says. Seer number one, I am the drashta of the mind. Seer number two. Why it is seer number two? It sees the world. The self-awareness happens where their mind is watching the sense organs, mind, buddhi, sense organs and world. Behind all this, Chaitanyam is there. OC, consciousness. So consciousness Mind or antakaranam, then sense organs, then the world. So, from the world standpoint, mind is the seer number 2, drik. From the standpoint of Sakshi Chaitanya, mind is Drishyam. That is why Drishtahe, that mind which is the Drishti of the world, Drashtaram, that Atma which is the witnesser of Drishti, seer number 2. Seer number 2 is witnessed by, observed by the seer number 1. You want to claim as seer number 1 or 2. Seer number 2 is pseudo. Drik also, drishyam also. Sometimes drishyam, sometimes drik. Sometimes seer, sometimes seen. Whereas drashta I am, ever the drashta, ever the seer, never the seen. Drishtahe drashtaram. Taihi prasiddhaihi premitsati pramatum ichhati. People always want to see that habit only, habitual orientation. Pramatum ichhati premitsati. Desire to know. With what? Prasiddhaihi. Prasiddhaihi taihi. With those sense organs. They love to see it. They love to experience it. That real I. That is the problem. Now it is completed. It has gone for all Naishkarmya Siddhi students. No more waiting. No more waiting. I am not a sadhaka. I am no more a seeker. I am a seer. Care of my one of the old Guru Purnima talk, I think so. Seeker to seer. Seeker means sadhaka. Seer means sadha, siddha I am, witnesser. That's why I have changed my camp's name this time. Sadhana camp I am not keeping. I am keeping spiritual retreat. Spiritual retreat means fall back. Retreat means going towards, within, withdrawing from outer. Within, you have to spiritual being you are. That's what. Now, let us go to the next verse number 12. Up to here we saw in the last class. Kasmat punarhetoho parachinabihi shabdadyavalehinibhihi buddhibihi atmanam anatmavat na vikshate iti uchyate. Kasmat, karanat. Due to what reason? Very, very important. Pramana drishtya, Atma is not known from through pramanams. Any pramanam. Shabda, sparsha, rupa, rasa, gandha. Pramanams. Jnana indriyani. Pramakaranam pramanam. Through pramanam, I make use of that pramanam, eyes to see objects, to see, hear sounds, to smell, to touch, everything. All sense organs. Kasmat punaha hetoho. Due to what reason? Again, person is parachinabhihi shabdadi avalehini ante ava plus lih dhatu. Punaha means why person is interested in seeing the Atma, why he want to use pramanams, why pramanams are not useful, why he cannot know Atma, why he cannot objectify. Suppose you ask, I will tell you again. I am not tired of. If you are interested, I am not tired of. That's why Vedanta gurus are so energetic because of their knowledge. Understand? Because of their knowledge, teachers or Vedanta teachers, Advaita Vedanta teachers are so energetic that knowledge itself gives energy. That's why Sureshwaracharya says, if you ask again that question, Kasmat Punarhetoho, because of which reason, due to what reason, Parachina these sense organs, Bahya, Parachi means Bahya. Parachina, Akaranta Strilingaha, Parachina Shabda. Parachina Bhihi means Tritiya, Bhagavachanam. Why with these pramanams, sense organs, person want to see? What are they? Shabdadi, Shabda, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha, etc. Avalehini bhihi. They are called as avalehini. Lich dhatu. Lich means licking. Sense organs as though licking the sense objects. Licking means don't take literally. Licking means experiencing. Experiencing the objects are called as though called licking. Avalehini bhihi. By those sense organs which are licking the sounds, forms, colors, taste, touch, smell, etc. Avalehini bhihi, shabdadi avalehini bhihi. Shabda adipadat rupa, rasa, forms, colors, taste, touch, etc. Avalehini bhi, they are the liquors. Liquors means not alcohol. Liquors, licking, L-I-C-K-I-N-G, licking. By them, buddhi bihi, buddhi, antahkaranam. Buddhi bihi means, here buddhi is only one. Buddhi bihi means all those sense organs of knowledge. Buddha to know. All sense organs of knowledge made out of sattvikamshat, chakshurindriyam sambhutam, vayoho sattvikamshat, sparshendriyam sambhutam, agnehe sankshi sattvikamshat, chakshurindriyam, akashasya sattvikamshat, shabdendriyam, shrotra indriyam sambhutam, care of tattva bodha. Tattva bodha is basic. Okay, then jalam. Jalasya sattvikamshat. Sattvikamsha leads to jnana indriyam, rasa, taste, rasanendriyam. Similarly, prudhivyaha sattvikamshat, கிராணேந்திரியம் சம்பூதம். எங்கேயோ கேட்ட மாதிரி இருக்கே இப்போ எந்த சதாப்தம்லாம் தெரியலை. தத்வபோதெல்லாம் we heard that. Buddhi here used jnana indriyam upalakshanam. Buddhi is always jnanam. That is why they are called jnana indriyams. Buddhi bihi. Buddhi is singular. Buddhi bihi why is used in those sense organs which are useful for buddhi to use the intellect. Because of sattvikamshat, that is why they are called jnana indriyam. See the connection. Sattvika, sattva sanjayate jnanam. Since they are born out of sattvika amsha of panchabhutas, they are called jnana indriyams. Prana is born out of rajoguna of panchabhutas. Karma indriyams are also born out of rajoguna. That is why they are active. Jnana indriyams, once you come to Atma Jnanam, you become silent. You don't feel like to be too active too, because your mind is not restless like others. Your mind, because Jnanam, the more your sense organs are interested in Jnanam, you become introverted. You love to know always. You love to do less. You love to know more. That's why listen more, talk less. Vagindriyam is talking, karma indriyam. The more you talk, the more you question, the more your mind is hyperactive in with samshayas, jnanam is less. That is the reason they say in front of Guru, you talk less, you listen more. Listen more. Continuously 1 hour listening, how it is bored. Bored, no? This class is not fit for you. You go to some other class. Here only listening. After listening for length of time, if you have any doubt, Paramarthananda Swamiji always says, if you have a doubt, put a question mark there. After a few hours, a few days, you see that answer you will get somehow or other. If you won't get, then you can ask. Wait for some time. You will get answer. That is why you have to give place to time to the Jnana Indriyas more. Then only buddhibhihi atmanam anatmavat na ikshata iti. Atmanam anatmavat. Just as anatmavat, atma, how can it be anatma? Atmanam anatmavat ikshata iti na. So, anatmanam, body, mind complex, how he experienced? Body, mind, sense organs, all with the senses. Feeling, inside feeling, outside feeling, ella feeling, feeling ellame feeling da. So, anatmavat, atmanam na ikshat. You cannot see atma as you are seeing the anatma. Anatmavat, atmanam na ikshate iti, question mark. If you ask, so why a person, due to what reason, he is going outwards, external, extroverted, parachina means becoming extroverted, making use of shabda, sparsha, rupa, rasa, gandha, all those sense organs, through them he want to know why. Just like anatma, he want to see atma. He cannot see atma. I will tell you why he cannot see atma like anatma. If you ask iti, if you ask like that, na ikshate kim? Question mark. Uchyate. I'll give answer in the 12th shloka. I will read. चक्षुर्न वीक्षते शब्दम् अतदात्मत्वकारणात् यथैवं भौतिकी दृष्टिः नात्मानं परिपश्यति. चक्षुः न वीक्षते शब्दम्. Chakshuhu means eyes. Eyes cannot listen the sound. Eyes cannot see the sound, eyes cannot listen the sound. Which eyes? Not I-C-E. E-Y-E-S. Eyes. Eyes. Sagunam Brahma you are seeing as Virat with your eyes. Sagunam Brahma can be seen as Virat through your eyes. Nirgunam Brahma cannot be seen through your eyes. Eyes even cannot listen the sound. What to talk of Brahman? Atadatmatvat. First line he says, why can't I experience with the sense organs? You say, ask. But Shiva is not Upasya Devata. Shiva is myself. Prapanchopashamam Shantam Shivam Advaitam. Where it comes? Care of Mandukya. Which mantra? 7th mantra. That is Turiya Atma Shivam. To understand that Shivam, Turiya Atma, you worship Shiva. Vishnu Padam Ashnute. You worship Vishnu. Because Vishnu, Sarvam Veveshti iti Vishnu. The one who is all pervading, not only Vaikuntha pervading, all pervading Vishnu must be who? Consciousness. Vaikuntha Ekadashi, oh, the Paramapada Vasa Lipada Pit Vanda Swamini yesterday, day before yesterday, temple. Vishnu is in your heart, Shiva is in your heart. To understand that, you go to the temple. Worship, Upasya, Shiva, Upasya, Vishnu. Nedam yadidam upasate. To understand this, you have to worship Ishvara. Until you come to Shastra, you keep Saguna Ishvara, Ekarupa, Virat Rupa, Vishwarupa, worship. Before knowledge, for knowledge's sake you worship. After knowledge you worship as thanksgiving. Kritagnatva nivrityartham you worship. Therefore, here Agneyam, Agni Sambandham Agneyam, Chakshurindriyam Agneya Sambandham. Akasa Visheshaguna Shabdaguna, Vayoho Visheshaguna Sparshaguna, and Agni Visheshaguna Rupaguna, and Jalasya Rasaguna, and Prithivyaha Gandhaguna. All these Prithvi Sambandham Parthivam, Agni Sambandham Agneyam, Vayu Sambandham Vayavyam. Therefore, Prakasha Prakashaka, all sense organs illumine their own corresponding objects, not Chakshuhu, eyes cannot reveal. Chakshuhu na Sabdam Ikshate. Eyes cannot hear the sound or see the sound. Rupa Swarupam is that Agni Tattvam. Shabdam na ikshate. Why? What is the reason? Second half of the first line. Atadatmatva karanat. Because of this reason. Karana means reason. What is that reason? Atadatmatvat means they don't have the similarity. Tadatman, it belongs to the same Panchabhuta. No. Atadatmatvat. Shabda is the Vishesha guna of Akasha. Akasha Shabda guna cannot be the Samanya Jati, same species, same Jati. Agni, Chakshurindriyam, Rupa guna cannot come to the ears, Shabda guna, Shrotra Indriyam. This is not Samana Jati. Eyes forms same Jati. Agni, Chakshurindriyam, and Rupam connected. Samanya Jati, same Jati. Shabda, Shrotraindriyam, Akasha, same Jati. Tadatmatvam. Tadatmatvam means same Jati, same commonality, similarity of sense organs, similarity of same space. Shabda Indriyam, Shabda Shrotra Indriyam, Shabda Akasha, same, similarity. Similarly, Rasa, Jala and taste, similarity. Eyes and Shabda, no similarity. Bhautikatvam, their bhutam is different. That is why it is not possible to the eyes to hear the sound. Atadatmatva karanat. Yatha evam bhautiki drishtihi. Yatha evam, exactly like that. From pramana angle, Atma cannot be known. Eyes cannot know the sound. Ears cannot know the forms. Nose cannot know the sound or form. And tongue cannot know the sound, form or gandha or anything. Even they themselves are exclusive. What to talk of Brahman? How can they see Brahman? Yatha evam, exactly like that. Bhautiki, all of these conditions, bhautiki, bhautikatvam, generated by, they are generated by all the pramanams. Shabda pramanam, Chakshur pramana, Shrotra pramana, all those pramanams. Pramanams means all sense organs. All the pramanams, they are all called pramanam. Chakshu pramanam, Shrotra pramanam, Gandha, Rasa, taste, Sparsha, all this. Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha. All these sense organs have got golakams. They are sitting there with their Panchabhuta corresponding. They have to work according to them. Not Shravanendriya Shabdatmikam, Shravanendriyam Shabdatmikam, Chakshurindriyam Rupatmakam. Like that only. Chakshurindriyam cannot be Shabdatmakam. Srotrendriyam cannot be Rupatmakam, Rasanatmakam or Gandhatmakam. That is why. Drishtihi na atmanam paripashyati. Bhautiki drishtihi means all these conditions are generated by all the pramanams. They cannot have the capacity or samarthyam. Atmanam na paripashyati. They cannot objectify the Atma. So pramanams are ruled out. Only Shastra Pramanam, Mahavakya Pramana. In that Shastra also Avantara Vakyams are there, Mahavakyams are there. Avantara Vakyams cannot reveal Atma. Only Mahavakya. You have to come to Mahavakya. No, without Mahavakya. Try all your best to next birth. Next birth I cannot say. Whom you get teacher, we do not know. First of all, you will get a human body or not, doubtful. Okay. There is no sound for eyes. There is no form for ears. Like that you apply to all other sense organs also. It is your homework. So, Brahman existence only in the form of I. I means what? None. I. Atma is not available for pramanams, all jnana indriyams. So karma indriyas not for jnanam. Karma indriyas are meant for karma. Okay. So all jnana indriyams are ruled out. That means what? Indirectly you are telling unobjectify. Pramanam is always objectify one thing or other. Now Atma cannot be prameyam also. From pramana drishtya ruled out. Atma cannot be objectified or known through the pramanams. Now prameyam. Can Atma be the prameyam? Object. Aprameya swaprakasha manovacha magochara. Lalita Sahasranama. One name of Lalita Devi. Aprameya. To understand what is Aprameya, you have to study Shastra 15 years minimum. Thoroughly. Lalita Sahasranama, Aprameya. Even Vishnu Sahasranama, Lalita Sahasranama, there are Saguna Namas and Nirguna Namas are there. So Saguna Namas you can enjoy. But Nirguna Namas to understand, you have to study Shastra for a length of time systematically. Otherwise, only like a parrot you chant for some more years. That's good, it gives punyam. Okay. Now let us go to the next 13th shloka, introduction. Pratyakshadi pramana swabhavyanurodhena tavat tadadarshana karanam vuktam अथ प्रमेय स्वाभाव्यानुरोधेन प्रतिषेध उच्यते. प्रत्यक्षादि प्रमाण. Pratyaksha, Anumana, Upamana, Arthapatti, Anupalabdhi, all these pramanams from with regard to these and according to these pramanams we have discussed Uktam until now. Until now it is Uktam. Until now means what? Previous shloka, 12th shloka. Pratyakshadi. Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasagandha, direct perception, direct listening sound, direct tasting, direct pratyaksha, direct experience. Adipadat, Anumana, Upamana, Arthapatti, Anumana Pramana, Arthapatti Pramana. All these pramanams are depending upon pratyaksha. Pratyaksha ruled out. You cannot see Atma directly. Pratyakshama paaka mudiyadu. Adipadat, other pramanams also ruled out. How many pramanams are there? 6 pramanams are there. Pratyaksha, Anumana, Upamana, Arthapatti, Anupalabdhi, and Shabda. And the Shabda also, Laukika Shabda doesn't work. Only Alaukika Shabda. In that Alaukika Shabda also Mahavakya. Mahavakya party. What party is our party? And Mahavakya party. Pratyakshadi Pramana. They are all called Pramanams. Pramakaranam Pramanam. They give knowledge. Shabdajnanam, Rupajnanam, Gandhajnanam, smell knowledge, taste knowledge, forms knowledge, sound knowledge. Therefore, they are all Pramanams. Swabhavyanurodhena. Anurodha means accordingly, with regard to. Swabhavyam, swabhavaha eva swabhavyam. Swabhavyam, Pratyakshadi Pramana Swabhavya. And we're here reinforcing the same idea, the first line, which has given already in the 12th sloka. Same idea by giving that in keeping with Anurodhena means in keeping with Pramana Anurodhena. Swabhavya Anurodhena. With regard to in keeping with them, supporting reason is going to be given. Tavat tadarsha tat adarshana karanam muktam. In the above sloka, that reason is said muktam, karanam muktam. What karanam? Adarshana karanam. Atma cannot be seen. The reason is given. Atma cannot be seen by Chakshu, Shabda, Shrotra, all these pramanams. It cannot be seen. It is said in the previous shloka. Atma is now atha idanim. Tavat plus tat plus adarshana. Tavat tadadarshana. How to split it? Tavat plus tat means Brahma. That Brahman cannot be seen. Adarshanam. Karanam Muktam. Why that Brahman cannot be seen? All these sense organs look at only object. Brahman cannot be an object. That is why they cannot see. Atha idanim. Now tat means that Brahman. Adarshana means cannot be seen. Now what? Prameya Swabhavya Anurodhena. Prameya means the object. You want to know. As Atma, as an object, you want to know. Now he is going to negate. Swabhavya, its nature. Anurodhena, in keeping with its nature. Prameya's nature. Previously, Pramana's nature is what? They are made out of Bhautikatvam, Drishyatvam. They always see outside objects. They always know outside object. They taste outside objects. All outside things they know. Bhautikatvam, Drishyatvam. Similarly, here also, Swabhavya of Prameya is what? Any object, its nature is, it is known by Pramana. Prameya is known by Pramana. Prameya means object. Object is known by Pramanam, the means of knowledge. So, Pramana, Prameya. So, Pramanas are ruled out. Can Atma be Prameyam? with regard to prameyatvam anurodhena also pratishedha is negated. Pratishedha means the negation of knowability. Pratishedha, the negation of knowability, uchyate, is going to be said in this 13th verse. The negation of knowability means prameyatvam, is going to come in the following sloka. Atha means in the following sloka. I am going to say how Atma cannot be a prameyam. Why it is not objectifiable. Why it cannot be an object. Why it is not available for objectifiability or available for objective as an object. Not. Why it is not? Listen. Sloka number 13. Down, bottom, last. Dhivikriya saha pranam hanopadana dharminam sada sakshinamatmanam pratyaktvannahamiksate. Dhivikriya. Dhi means here buddhi. Vikriya means thoughts in the mind. There are many thoughts, innumerable thoughts in the mind. Vikriya means modification. Dhi Vikriya means buddhi Vikriya. Buddhi Vikriya means what? Vritti Jnanam. Buddhi is a place for vritti, thought. Thought is 1 or 2 or 10 or 100. You cannot count. Thoughts are innumerable. Dhi Vikriya. The modifications, Vikriya, Saha Pranam. Saha Prana means that activity. Here Prana represents, Vikriya represents Rajoguna. Vikriya, modifications, Vikriya Saha Pranam. So all comes under, here prana means not pancha pranas, but that Rajoguna Pradhana Vikriyas, modifications. Vikriya means modification. Hanopadana dharminam. Dharmi means it is of the nature of. Dharmi means property. These Vikriyas, thoughts, are having arrival and departure. Again, Lalita Sahasranama. Hanopadana varjita. Hanopadana varjita. Heyo padeya varjita. Heya apadeya. Also say Hana apadana. Hanopadana. Upadanam or adanam you can say. Hanopadana. Hana and upadana. Agama and apai. Arrival and departure. Thoughts have arrival and departure. Hanopadana dharminam. All buddhi vikriyas are having arrival and departure. Means all thoughts are having arrival and departure. So what? Sada sakshinam atmanam pratyaktvat. Since the Atma is not an agamapai, it doesn't have arrival and departure. Sada, it is always there. Sakshinam, this is always the witnesser. Who is, it is always witnesser. I, the Atma, Brahman, am the witnesser of all the Vikriyas happening in the mind, buddhi, sense organs. Sakshinam Atmanam Sada Pratyaktvat. Pratyaktvat means being the innermost self. Pratyatvat na ikshate. pratyaktva nahamikshate. Here more inwards, more inward or fundamental principle, pratyaktvat. Fundamental principle or source. Why it is source fundamental? Because of my blessing, all buddhi vikriyas are happening. All those buddhi vikriyas are happening because of me. This Sakshi Chaitanyam, you want to see with those vrittis, thoughts, buddhi vikriyas, you want to see me, the Atma? Question yourself. Na? Shastra is telling you want to see your Atma, because of which you are seeing means what? Vritti Vikriya. All those are thoughts modifications. Sahaprana means all together, along with, associated with all the sense organs. Sometimes sense organs are also called pranas. Buddhi vikriyam saha pranam. So these sense organs, because of that shabda vritti, rupa vritti, rasa vritti, ghana vritti, gandha vritti, sparsha vritti, all these vrittis excludes the other. They cannot have simultaneously. Mind is there all behind all of them, but they are exclusive. Mind is inclusive in every experience. So vikriyan saha prana. Prana comes under sense organs here. Saha pranam, they are changing, modifying. They cannot, they are all properties of that thoughts. They cannot see the Atma, na ikshate, pratyaktvaham, because it is the innermost self. Pratyaktvat na aham ikshate. It cannot be. Atma is the pratyak rupaha. Because of that reason, aham means pseudo I, ahankara, na ikshate. Here aham is called ahankar. Pramata, knower, cannot know the knower number one. Pramata is pseudo. Behind that sakshinam atmanam. Sakshinam atmanam, sada sakshinam. It can never be sakshyam. Whereas the sense organs, mind, buddhi, etc. are hana upadana. They are sometimes watching, sometimes not able to watch. In sleep they are not able to watch. They are outwards. So that is why Panchakosha Viveka is very, very important. Panchakosha Viveka, Shariratraya Viveka, all these. That is why in Upanadesha Sahasri Visa, Siddhadeva Ahamiti. I am Siddha Vastu, I am not a Sadhya Vastu. Because of which, because of me, Pratibodha Viditam Matam, because of me, I the Sakshi, everything is known. That a known object, if I know Atma, suppose, it cannot be Brahman. It is other than Brahman. If I know Atma, anybody says, I saw Atma, I saw Brahman, I heard about Shabda, Atma Shabda, sounds and all. Yes, you have heard, saw, but it's not Atma. Why? It cannot be prameyam. It cannot be objectified. Objectifiability is ruled out. Therefore, better not to try. Why? Why not? You are that. How can you see that? You cannot see yourself. Because of you, everything is seen. How can you see yourself? Then how can I see my chittan? You are chitta. You need not see yourself. No, I love to see Chittana. Come to the next class. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.